$500 million gone down the drain in 6 months. Yes, you heard it right, $500 million. Having made such an amount of money, one would probably think you would be set up for life, but that wasn't the case for Floyd Mayweather, the billion-dollar boxer. His rise to fame has been a story to remember. He is someone the younger generation looks up to in becoming a boxer. But what if I told you he lost over $500 million in 6 months? This isn't just a rumor, but was also confirmed by his accountant. Let's get into the details of what transpired.
Look, man, we both made some real money, but you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
He probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. We say we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month.
Mayweather's career started in 1996, and since then, he has been making a lot of money. But recently, Floyd's accountant Dave Hall came out to say that he has lost over $500 million in the span of 6 months. He said Mayweather spent more money than what he was earning and didn't bother about taxes, bills, and other stuff being paid for. And just like that, the money started going down. Making such an amount of money, you should always have a budget you follow so as not to spend more than what's coming in. For the longest time, Floyd Mayweather has been known for his spending and luxurious lifestyle. He once again made headlines in February 2025 when he came out to announce the purchase of 62 apartment buildings worth over $402 million in New York without having a partner, which made him the sole proprietor of the apartments. This news raised eyebrows, with most people claiming he hadn't purchased such property. With the lack of full transfer of ownership yet to be confirmed, it was said that the deal might not be authentic. With the recent development of his financial status, he still has images and video clips of him flaunting his jewelry, chains, bracelets, etc., worth over $1 million, and it's nothing new to the undefeated champion. Floyd's collection of luxury cars is well known to be expensive, and in a video released recently, he showed off his garage stacked up with supercars, saying, "You either get motivated or you hate it, it doesn't matter to me." With such words, you should know he adores being looked up to or being envied. From Ferrari to Lamborghini, worth over millions of dollars, he tends to want to live up to the celebrity lifestyle. With such money, it's easy to let the fame get into your head, and that was the case of Floyd, spending lavishly, buying expensive things, not minding the amount. With such high purchases, there will always be financial setback, and the chances of you going bankrupt is high, with recent claims showing Mayweather is broke, and that's the main reason he hosts exhibition matches so as to raise more money for such an extravagant lifestyle, which looks like he doesn't really have the numbers to keep up with them. With luxury cars to owning a collection of watches valued at a high price, it's quite safe to say Mayweather doesn't really have a budget he follows or a plan he uses, because celebrities end up going broke and won't be able to keep up with the lifestyle they had set.
Just residences making 100, 200 grand here or there, $50,000 not going to affect. But for those large investors, obviously that's becoming very concerning, because if you've got a building, big mall or something else, it could be worth $100 million. All of a sudden you've got a $10 million profit on there that's now going to be taxed at 37 or 40.
Even though before now, Floyd Mayweather has spent so much on jewelry, he once again went on to spend over $18 million a piece, which means that he still has the ability to spend millions without batting an eye. To mark his 48th birthday, Mayweather treated himself to a 145-carat diamond worth over $1.8 million, marking another year of a successful career, with the watch customized specially for him and his nickname TMT engraved on the back, which makes the watch more unique and marks another success in his financial aspect. To say that his collection of cars isn't enough, he was still seen with recent high-performance vehicles, with videos showing him beside recent models of cars with a beaming smile, with such purchases improving his taste in life, with each car having a significant meaning and proving he is still at the top.
When you're the best, you only deal with the best. So today, I purchased 3 vehicles. And what about this? I bought this today.
Brand new 2025 matte blue G63 AMG.
Come, my new toy.
Mayweather's massive spending was again under expansion in May 2024 with the purchase of a rare Hermes crocodile bag worth over $100,000, and he went on to showcase the bag after bagging a trophy from his real estate ventures and considers them as a celebration of success. While treating himself to other gifts, his lavish spending isn't only on jewelry and cars, but he has also purchased casinos and other buildings in New York, building a stronghold in other businesses, but others still doubt the legitimacy of these buildings. It's interesting to know that Mayweather also owns 3 private jets, which he once said he uses like Uber. These jets are up to date with recent designs, which he uses to travel to different parts of the world. This lifestyle makes him different from others and shows how much money he still has. Conor McGregor, a UFC star, mocked Floyd Mayweather for owning up to 3 jets, saying it's funny considering his tax issues, also stating that Floyd's spending is not tallying with his financial management, with differences between his financial issues and the big boy lifestyle.
Pretty great.
I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd's got 3.
Oh yeah,
So Floyd's got the one that he got, and he got
tax
2
problems.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Oh, no.
Floyd Mayweather's spending wasn't only on luxury jewelry, cars, or apartments, but also on his wardrobe, with a video showing him using a ladder to access some of his sneakers on the upper shelf, which shows how he spends a lot in every aspect of his life, and some of it may be excess. His thirst to be rich has been something he has had on his mind since a long time ago, maintaining a sole goal to achieve more wealth, and this has been seen in the way he communicates with the public, saying wealth is his identity and not a goal. Conor McGregor isn't the only person to talk about Floyd Mayweather's excess spending. Joe Rogan came out to talk about Floyd's lifestyle, saying the rate at which he spends his money is more than he makes.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. And he's like, look at my $1 million watch. Look at my f***ing jet. Look at my house. Look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes. But when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Also, for such a high person like Mayweather, he should be focused on making more than he spends because of his financial issues, with younger boxer Ryan Garcia coming out to say that Floyd has always told other fighters to go for pay-per-view to get paid heavily the way he does, with this strategy affecting the sport where fighters put their main focus on money rather than skill, which shows how he cares more about the money than the boxing legacy. Joe Rogan commented on how Mayweather stopped focusing on boxing but went in for the money, and also disrespected opponents. He also said Floyd is being watched while boxing because he's being hated for showing off on social media, saying Floyd isn't only remembered for his boxing ability and techniques, but for the huge amount of money he has, being one of the most famous boxers in history, also saying he doesn't buy the idea of Mayweather participating in MMA, that he will be crushed. Joe Rogan also claimed Floyd Mayweather will be making fun of himself if he joins MMA after he had applied for a license, saying Floyd won't be able to influence decisions in the match like he did during a boxing match by firing the referee in the middle of a fight, which goes on to say that's how deep Mayweather uses money to his influence. Joe Rogan also said Floyd's unmatched competitiveness came from his background, with his father and uncle being pioneers in influencing him. He also said Floyd is one of the best fighters with his ability to launch more punches than the ones landed on him. Mayweather also once claimed he makes $3 million monthly, which suggested he makes more than Bill Gates, which might have gotten the fans thrilled. But being a boxing enthusiast will make you know this is far from the truth, with experts saying those numbers Floyd claimed to be making don't add up. Floyd also talks about how essential money is in his life, while stating he wants his kids following his footsteps, with the main focus being on creating generational wealth, but people feel he values money more than character. Joe Rogan also came out saying that since Floyd's acquisition of wealth, he has changed from the boxer everybody knew him as to focusing on money, saying it's more about the lifestyle than the sport, and forgets what made him so popular, saying he would have been described as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Mayweather has another definition and came out to say his success is based on his critical thinking and ability to work on his own, with this mindset helping him achieve more than expected. Legendary boxer Oscar De La Hoya came out to say that people who waste money like Floyd Mayweather usually go bankrupt. stating Mayweather is bankrupt, with this statement causing questions to be asked, also saying that large spending, even with so much coming in, can cause him to go broke if not managed well, likening his case to that of Mike Tyson, who made so much money but still went bankrupt. Popular music star 50 Cent also came out to drop his reaction about Floyd Mayweather's case in recent findings revealed by Stephen A. Smith about Floyd Mayweather being associated with a $402 million scam. 50 Cent revealed that his relationship with Floyd Mayweather ended over financial issues, saying that Floyd came to ask for money and came back subsequently to beg for money, and that was the main reason their friendship ended. He also said that the $402 million apartment Mayweather claimed to have bought might just be another lie the boxer has said, and then mocked Mayweather on Instagram after posting a clip of the authenticity in the purchase of the building with a caption, "Damn champ, they caught you capping. It's time for another exhibition, LOL." A couple weeks before this, 50 Cent posted an AI-generated parody poking Mayweather and another celebrity. With Floyd Mayweather, $402 million has been the topic of the town. The only issue is that New York City property records didn't have any evidence of property transfer for the buildings Mayweather claimed to have purchased, while the confirmation of the New York City Housing Partnership, who also handles such deals, claimed they didn't have any knowledge of any sale that involved Floyd Mayweather. They also said Floyd may have bought a part of the building, but the ownership remained unchanged. But according to the post made by Mayweather, he claimed there wasn't a partner involved in the deal. With the lack of evidence and Mayweather's claim to owning the building, this has led to questions being asked about his real estate business, saying that if such buildings were truly purchased by him, he would have provided documents that showed him being the real owner. Floyd Mayweather hasn't come out to say anything about the deals, with fans commenting under 50 Cent's posts with funny captions about not knowing how to read, with a particular one saying the 62 units he claimed to have bought might actually be Unit 62, which is a small part of the building. 50 Cent also came out to say Mayweather might be acting like someone who has money, but whereas he doesn't have that much, while mocking Floyd for living a flashy lifestyle with financial issues yet to be resolved. Despite earning massively, allegations and reports claims Floyd Mayweather owes money to some fighters, with 50 Cent saying Floyd also scammed him of $2 million while he was in jail and asked 50 Cent to take charge of his promotion, which he invested money in it, only for Floyd to act like nothing happened as soon as he got released. 50 Cent also disclosed that many of Floyd's friends actually don't like him, also claiming Floyd is obsessed with money and doesn't have basic values. Logan Paul also came out to say Floyd also owes him.
Did you fight Floyd or something? Yeah. Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
what happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Different reactions kept pouring out, with boxing promoter Eddie Hearn coming out to say Mayweather's fights are usually not interesting, but boxers knew any fight against him meant a huge paycheck, and this tells you much about his business strategy, which views his career to be more about business than entertainment, saying this isn't a good look for his career, which focuses more on the money being made than the sport. With all these reactions coming out about Floyd Mayweather, he still doesn't want to accept that he is broke, but still goes on buying more luxury things and purchasing different types of cars. Not everyone has the business mindset of Mayweather, which makes him stand out from the rest. His ability to promote fights, which earns him millions of dollars, is admired by the younger generation, who now put their focus on the financial aspect and not the sport, which questions the heritage of the sport. Many fans still believe he has his financial situation under control, but for others, he is living in the shadows of his old self, claiming he is living on debts and huge tax payments. Every little boy now would want to have a career like Floyd Mayweather, not because of his success in the ring, but for the massive paychecks he receives every time he fights. The celebrity lifestyle isn't easy to maintain with high spending and trying to keep up with the latest trend. But what you should always remember is not to live above your means just because you want to try and impress the public. We should always be careful of the money we make in order not to go bankrupt after making such a huge amount of money. It is safe to say Floyd Mayweather lived above his means and spent more money than he earned, making his going broke seem like a reality. Can the money man ever get back on his feet again? Can he still maintain the celebrity status he has set? Would he still be able to keep up with the latest trend? We hope that he has learned his lesson and will cut down on such spending. Thanks for watching. Until next time.